Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Live It podcast, episode 2 in the new season. I'm Mike. That's Nick.
Hi.
Nick, the topic we are going to discuss this week, we left off in episode 1. We're going to talk about the microbiodome. Hey, buddy, with Paulie Shore, starring Paulie Shore. Hey, buddy. So,
Yeah.
why don't you fill in the people what the microbiodome really is? Or is that the right
Well,
word? Am I
I mean,
mispronouncing it?
for us, it is the right word because
Sounds cooler.
let's not even pretend we're smart people. Let's just let the people know that the only thing that separates us from anybody else is that we're stupid people pretending to be smart, right?
Right, right.
And YouTube helps you out a little bit because you could, like 20 minutes before the podcast, you can go on and listen to a couple of microbiodome YouTube things and get your mind blown. My mind was blown by what I listened to.
We're cheaters, pretty much. We're like plagiarizing this shit, pretty much,
Yeah, I mean, but
from reputable
everybody's
people. Yeah,
plagiarizing.
yeah, everybody
Dude,
does.
there's not an original. There's rarely an original scientific thought.
I think we're
You
more
know?
entertaining when we talk about the microbiome.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I mean, for the layman, the microbiome is what it really is, but microbiodome is way funnier. So that's what we're referring to it as. Um, so your microbiome, and like I said, I don't know everything about. I don't know barely anything about it, but it is. I guess it's your microbiota, and it's a bunch of it's your flora, it's your bacteria, it's your viruses, it's fungi living inside of your gut, and I
yeah,
believe on your skin and stuff like that. But 80% of it or 90% of it's in your gut, and it controls way more than you think that it controls. And the emphasis is on think because that shit controls your thoughts, it controls your emotions, it controls your mind. It basically is you. It is you. It is be you.
it's your second brain.
Oh yeah.
They say your gut is your second brain, which is
Well,
quite fascinating.
they're saying maybe it's your first brain now.
That's
It's the other
interesting.
way around. Your brain doesn't tell your stomach what to do. Your stomach tells your brain what to do.
Imagine
Yeah.
that, like, yeah, like they always joke around, like, oh, you hooked up with that girl, like you thought with your second brain. Maybe you were just thinking with your gut the whole time. You gotta blame your gut for the pigs you hooked up with in your past.
I,
That's what
I
I'm getting
think
at.
I think they said stop thinking with your little head, Mike, referring to your wiener.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you shut the fuck up? Do you hear my dog barking in the background? Can you shut the fuck up? This dog is just—he's looking out my window and just barking. Like, what are you barking at? I know you're
The
a
guy
dog. That's what you're supposed to do. But Jesus Christ, like, shut up.
Mike named his dog Barkley and he thinks he's not going to bark, right? That's like naming your dog Farty and it doesn't walk around farting all day. Come on.
I could have named him that too because he does that.
We all
And,
do. But
and lazy piece of shit. I could name him that too. I could name him lazy piece of shit because he just lies around the house. I actually
dude,
got like a little bit of an issue with him.
what?
Real quick, speaking of the microbiome, like I switch his food, so he's on the farmers only dog. So I want him to live a long life. I want him to eat like the good food and not that processed food. Nick, I notice like change in him, like his like skin is cleared up, you
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
um, and like other things has got better. The only thing, like switching the food, like he was recently sick the past like couple of days, and he had like really bad like runs, diarrhea. Looks like it's clearing up. Thank God, because if it didn't clear up in the next few days, I wouldn't be able to go away, Memorial weekend,
Uh,
which, obviously I can't leave, because my sister's going to watch my dog. I can't leave her with him with the fucking runs and diarrhea. So
yeah.
hopefully he's past that, getting better, and
Good.
hopefully his poo is okay. But, I just wanted to see if like he would see the difference
Hmm.
and switching all this food. And I think that kind of leads what we were talking about with the biodome,
Yeah.
and the gut and stuff. I think like everything you throw, it's basically like you're a machine, really, like you're a car. Like if you're gonna throw good gas in your car's gonna run better.
Yeah.
If you throw carbo ice cream, McDonald's in your body, you know what I mean? Your gut's gonna hate you. It's literally gonna hate you, make
Yeah.
you angry, and make you like, angry, depressed, besides all, being sick. You know what I mean? The anxiety is a
Well,
big thing with that. I think
oh yeah,
all related to the gut.
it is. But funny thing is though, when you eat the ice cream, you feel great immediately, don't you? You're like, oh yeah. You're like, oh, ice cream. I feel so good.
Love
But
it. I love the brain
right.
freeze too. I love eating
Oh
it so
yeah.
quick with the brain freeze. Like
Mhm.
I love it. I just can't have enough of it.
You're the only person that when you get the brain freeze, you just keep piling the ice cream in your mouth.
I want to see how far I can take it.
I
You know?
wonder if you could die from it. It feels like you're gonna die.
Yes. Dude, there's a couple times where I was like, I think I was on the edge.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, if I take another fucking bite of this fucking vanilla ice cream and this fucking pint of frozen caramel ice cream, I think I could just end it right now. I think I would just stop. Like my being would just stop, and I would just fucking fall down, and my face would go right in that pint of vanilla and chocolate fudge ice cream. Imagine that's a horrible way to go.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, look at this fat piece of shit. He went because he just couldn't have enough of it. He suffered brain freeze. The only person in the whole wide world died of brain freeze because he couldn't fucking control himself.
You're drifting out of your body when you die, and you're just like, are you fucking kidding me, you asshole? You couldn't stop eating the ice cream for fucking
you
20 seconds?
you fat fuck. Look at you now. Now somebody's gonna find you like this.
Yep.
Worse than Elvis. But it's all, it's all everything's related to the gut, man. They see like I think it's like you were saying, like I think it's like 99% of bacteria in our bodies is good bacteria. They have a job to do.
If if your gut is correct, and I don't believe many of our guts, mine aren't. I fucking rip ass all day, all night. If I'm eating bad food, if I eat
Yeah.
certain foods, especially like meat, right?
Yes.
Certain meats, especially, just game over, game fucking over. You know,
Yeah.
just tearing
It,
it up.
it's if you go to those, the old that you could eat meat
Oh
places,
God,
it's really over for everybody. And from the second I leave that restaurant in the car,
yeah,
it's over for the people I'm with. When I get to my house, it's over for the people that's in my house because it's just a stink fest. It's just like, what are you doing to your body?
yeah.
I mean, it's so good. It is really good. I loved going with it. I'm like, my card was always green. It never stopped. I was like, yo, keep bringing the meats, Then you're getting
Yeah.
up, you're going around the buffet. Fantastic. But, you're right, though. Your body just like, and then you feel like crap, though. Later in the night, you're just like, what happened? Like your
Yeah,
body then you get the meat sweats. Like it's
yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden, I'm like, why am I sweating? Why is
Right.
my bed wet? Like, oh, that's right, because I had like 8,000 pounds of fucking different kinds of meat that I
Yeah.
was stuffing in my fat face.
I can't do that anymore. The
Me
last time, like
neither.
when I was younger, there was the El Brazerios on Central Avenue or in Scarsdale or whatever. I could
Yeah.
attack that every fucking night if I wanted to. I never had any stomach problems when I was like 18. I was ripping through that shit. Now, I think I had last probably like, it had to be like 10 years ago. I think there's one in Ridge Hill, right? Me and my family went to that shit. And I was like, I can never ever do this again. After
Yeah.
that, how I felt that night, I was like, I can't do this. This game
Oh,
over, man. All you can eat meat buffets are for other people now, not me anymore.
right. Yeah, it's different when you're younger. Your body's like, yeah, because your body never had that kind of shit before. So it don't know what the fuck's going on. So
Yeah,
you could attack that. It's just like playing sports. We played sports every day. We were fine. But then you reach a certain point where you're just like, whoa, my body
yeah,
just doesn't like this anymore. Now they're
yeah.
saying, like, when I was reading this, like I was watching this documentary, I was reading up on it. Now scientists, right, are saying like our bodies need about 60 grams of like fiber, like good vegetables.
Yeah.
That's what they're recommending now. It used to be like, you know, like, dude, not even a cup of like vegetables. Now they're saying 60 grams a day.
Wow.
That's a lot of fucking vegetables to get your like fiber from. And to be honest, like I've been and yeah, I have my canned vegetables like corn,
Yeah.
green beans, and it's not bad for you. Like if you, it's not like a lot of salt on there. The sodium's not too bad. The canned
Uh-huh.
vegetables are fine for you. Just mix it up. It's not really it's not really that processed shit. Like it's in the it's in the cans. You just throw like olive oil on it. Heat them up. You know, mix it up in however you eat your vegetables up. boil some water or whatever, throw them in there, use some olive oil. They taste great. You could do that. But that's pretty much like my limit on vegetables. I don't go like I need to really go like to the supermarket, maybe like Whole Foods one night
Yeah.
and just like really attack that joint because sometimes I look at vegetables and I don't know how the fuck to eat it. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Some I look at like I'm looking at like things called squash, and I'm like, what do I just take a bite out of it?
No,
Like,
you
how
cook
do
that
you?
shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Nobody tells you this, so I just look at all the vegetables on like cucumbers. I'm like, okay, I could just probably take a bite of that, you know.
Right. Yes,
But
that's true.
but there's certain ones that you just don't know what the fuck's going on unless you grew up like having all this. Yeah, right? Am I right? There's some vegetables that you don't know what the fuck to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like Swiss chard.
Yeah, what the
The
fuck
fuck
is
is
that?
Swiss chard? It looks
Yeah,
cool, but like I guess you could just eat that and put it in like as a salad. Um, there's one thing that I don't know, like some weird uh I don't know. I know what you're talking about though. Some of them like you're like yeah, even if I buy that, I'm not gonna know what the fuck to do with it anyway.
yeah, it's probably gonna get thrown out or just
Yeah,
I'll throw it out my window or something. Oh, what the fuck
right.
is this? You know, I don't know what the hell to do with this. I would have
Yeah.
to like Google it and look at like what did people do before like YouTube and like Google and shit? Because if I bought like and I worked at a supermarket back in like the 90s, like and I was like customers used to ask me, like, do you know what this is? I'm like, I don't fucking know. It's the
Yeah.
produce. It's gotta be produce. Maybe some form of lettuce. I'm like, people asking me questions. I'm like 16 years old.
Yeah.
And I worked in there. Like I didn't work in the produce, but like I walk past all this crap every day and I still don't know what the fuck it is. How would people know? I guess cookbooks, I guess.
No.
Maybe
Nope.
that's the
It's all
way it
word
was
of, it
learned.
was word of mouth back in the day. It was
It was
like
word of mouth, right?
and anyway, nobody was cooking anything other than broccoli, string beans, corn, potatoes,
The
and chicken cutlet.
basics.
Yeah, nobody was coming home like you weren't going over your friend's house and they were making like fucking Swiss chard salad or
Yeah,
you
right.
were getting iceberg lettuce.
Right.
Nobody was mixing any like I need to get
Romaine.
canned spinach, right?
If you had romaine, you were like living. You were
Yeah.
living it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right though. Nobody came over. It's like, yo, you want to grab a 6 pack and some chard and
Right.
just fucking munch.
Yeah. Munch.
Nobody's fucking coming hanging out drinking 6 pack,
Even though
eating some fucking chard and munching. No way.
I gotta be honest. One of my friends, well, I think you know him. I'm not gonna say his name on here, but it doesn't matter. It's not like anything bad. But
Right.
this dude, he introduced me to lettuce with. He would just take a whole head of iceberg lettuce, which let's be real, iceberg lettuce is fucking delicious. I don't give a shit if there's no nutritional. Oh, it's only water. I'm jerk off, right?
Yeah.
Cut that shit up, keep it crispy and crunchy, big chunks. Olive oil, salt, and fucking lemon, bro. The most delicious fucking thing you're ever gonna eat, right? So I ate that shit, and then one day I was like, I'm eating a whole half a head of this shit. I was so bloated and gassy, dude. Too much salad, too much fucking salad, but it was so delicious,
did
so
you
delicious.
did you need to have salt with it?
Sea salt, you gotta put sea salt
Oh,
on it.
sea salt. Okay. All right. That's different.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of tasty. I would probably fucking go for
Oh
that.
no, dude. That's how I make all my salads now. Now I'll use like spring mix. I made a salad
Yeah,
tonight,
yeah.
spring mix, a salmon packet, tomatoes, broccoli, avocado, walnuts, olive oil, sea salt, and lemon, bro. Oh
Ooh,
my God. You want
it's pretty
more
good.
and more. More. You just like, why did it run out? You just want more. It's the fucking taste and the healthiness of it. It's just,
Yes.
oh,
Can I ask you a question? Let's see, like
three
a
inches.
personal question.
3.5 inches on a good day.
Three and a
Oh,
half.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, go
I already knew that, but there was
ahead.
another personal question I wanted to ask. I
Yeah.
could edit it out if you don't want to if you don't want
Yeah.
it out there.
Yeah.
Uh, how's your poop?
Not the best. It hasn't been the best since forever. You know, it's just
It's not
sometimes
like
it's just like explosive shit. And
yeah,
sometimes it's just like,
yeah,
what was that? You know, like it's
right.
getting squeezed out of a toothpaste bottle. Like it's never very rarely is it nice and like, oh cool. You look down like 1 out of 20. You're like, oh cool, good shit.
Right. Yeah, it's not a lot of good shits out there. I got to be
Yeah,
honest with me too. It's like, but I think it's because we're not getting enough fiber. We're not
you might
having
be right.
enough vegetables.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I look at it like, yo, That wasn't that hard. I know it. I felt it. Like that's got to
Right.
be some soft fucking poo out there.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like I think I was getting a good amount of fiber because sometimes I'd have like the mystery shits where you
Yeah.
take a shit, you turn around, it was so solid that it just went
Yeah.
straight down the pipes and it
Yeah.
disappeared. And you're
Yep.
like, wow, where'd it go?
Yeah.
I didn't even need to
Yep.
flush.
Yep.
But yeah, it's different now. I think a lot of people shits. If you're being honest, if people listening, if you're
Yeah.
honest, take a look at your shits and be honest
Yeah.
with yourself.
Yeah.
If it's not that good, you need more fiber in it,
Yeah.
and you need to get that going back because on the documentary, I noticed like the gut microbes, you know, will eat you, will literally eat you if you're not getting enough fiber. They start eating like this protective um like protective bacteria or protective
The lining in your
the
gut.
lining, yeah, some kind of like that protects you, and then it starts eating your cell, like it's because it needs to eat. So the gut will eat no the mucus lining. It eats the
Yeah.
mucus lining, and
Yeah.
that bacteria will go to other places in your body that it's not supposed to go, and that causes inflammation.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why
it leads to
leaky gut.
IBS, chronic diseases, leaky gut, and
Yeah.
then guess what? When that's happening, your doctor prescribes you antibiotics.
Yeah.
But you don't need antibiotics. You need to do better. You need to eat right. And a lot of people don't know this. This is
Yeah.
the thing. Like a lot of people don't know. I think, like I've been trying to really like focus on my eating habits. I told you what I do with the grilled chicken, the vegetables, and
Mm-hmm.
even when I'm like out if I'm going out, I really like got to pay more attention. I need to uptake my vegetables, so I'm gonna go for that. Maybe if I go
Yeah.
to a steakhouse this weekend, I'm just gonna ask them like, yo, no steak, all broccoli, all fucking nah, I can't do that. That's insane. But you know what I mean? It's like you definitely especially as like the older in life you get, like
Yeah.
you definitely wanna like live a healthy life. I think if more people knew this, if this was something maybe was taught in school,
Yeah.
maybe we would have that like in the back of my mind. Oh, I definitely gotta eat right.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so I guess it all ties in.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm looking at fiber, like some of the top like fiber most fibery fruits, and I just had a pear, right? And pears have 3.1 grams of fiber, but that's not even a lot, right?
Almonds is a good one.
Oh, this doesn't make any sense. So oats have 10, avocados have 6.7 grams, which is
Right.
cool.
That's good. I
Uh,
have that. Look at almonds.
Carrots,
So
almonds.
yeah, carrots is pretty good, but
Yeah,
almonds is a lot. If you
I
look at
love
it, it's like,
almonds.
dude, that's yeah. There's a place called Apple Farm. They have two locations, one in Peekskill, New York, and one in Elmsford, New York. I've been to both. They have
Hmm.
like really good almonds, like there. Not non-processed bullshit, like really
Yeah.
good. So I gotta have to make a stop there pretty soon. But they have a lot of fiber in almonds.
Yeah, fiber rocks. I mean, so I was looking at some documentaries today as well, and I stumbled upon one where they did so they you know how they do the tests on like rats and shit like that to figure everything out
Right.
because they're close. I guess their genes are closely related to humans, or whatever.
That's
So
great.
they would put a rat. They would call it a bubble rat. So it wasn't introduced to bacteria at all. It was like born in a bubble, no bacteria. When it was like living, it really didn't show any sort of uh desire to know anything, like no like curiosity. Like you put something in front of a rat, it's gonna sniff it and shit, like try to figure out what it was. Didn't want to do that, didn't give a really a fuck about anything. Okay.
Really.
Then they decided to give it the like put microbiome, give it bacteria and shit like that. And
Okay.
then it started developing the desire to like go near things, sniff it out. It started like developing curiosity in a way, becoming more alive, right? So now here's the interesting thing. They took a fat person's microbiota and gave it to one of the bubble rats, and the rat became fat. And they gave a rat a skinny person's microbiota, and they remained skinny. So
Really?
there, dude, there's a bacteria that like 10% of the human population have. I don't know what it is, but these type of people can eat anything and they will remain skinny. These fucking people have this part of their microbiome that allows them to eat anything. Dude, our microbiome, it controls everything. It controls everything. People that can't lose weight, it's you have to fix your gut somehow. It's not about like counting the calories and cutting this out of the other thing.
I
You're
agree.
not going to fucking win. You're not going to win against the microbiome. It's more
Nobody
powerful.
wins. Nobody wins.
Dude, bacteria, viruses, fungi, they've been around since the beginning and they will win. They will
Right.
beat you. You
That's
have
why.
to you have to give them what they need properly in order for them not to want to like scream at you basically. You know when you're like you have that urge for a fucking for sugar
Oh
and you
yeah.
can't control that shit. You're like I need a fucking ice cream. I need ice cream.
Yeah.
That's your microbiome screaming at you. It's releasing something that's like give this to me. Give this to me. So there's ways you could probably suffice that craving with say a pear, something sugary, which is got that fiber and stuff like that, and or banana or something like that. It works. Next time you have like an extreme craving, have a piece of fruit and some water, and I guarantee it'll probably go away. That's just how it rolls, you know?
That's definitely how it rolls. I don't have those extreme cravings like that. You know what I mean? I don't really go out like, oh, I need like Carvel or I need Wendy's. I
Yeah.
don't have those like anymore. You know what I mean?
But yeah,
I like eating healthy, It was just I
yeah,
was gonna say before, like, I think like that's why we're in the day and age of these shortcuts with these pharmaceutical companies. Like you heard
yeah,
about Ozempic. Ozempic is like, it's a weight loss fucking drug, right? But it's getting
yeah.
into the hands of all these Hollywood people in Hollywood, and they're fucking throwing those pills down their throat and losing weight, and they're looking, dude. They look like vampires, bro.
Really?
Because they're not doing anything else. Like they're probably not eating healthy to begin with.
Yeah.
They're just shoving Ozempic down their throats, and they're looking like shit. Like a couple people died, taking Ozempic and shit.
Mhm.
But it's just like it's quite fascinating that people don't. They always look for the shortcuts, or they don't want to take responsibility for their actions. Like this influencer, this woman influencer. I caught this on the news a couple of days ago. She's about like I don't know about. She's a fat fuck. She's like 800, something like
Oh my
that,
God.
600, 500, whatever the fuck she is.
Wow.
And she was bitching to an airplane because she asked for a wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
And when she got to the airport off the plane or whatever, there was a girl waiting with a wheelchair, expecting to push probably like an old lady around.
Yeah.
This girl, this fucking 500-pound hundo girl, she's like fucking 27 years old, but she's so fat that she gets tired when she walks.
Yeah.
So then this girl that was working for the airline seen this fucking monster coming
Yeah.
and she just left. She just
Oh
like,
shit.
because how the fuck is she gonna push this
Right.
500-pound person around in a fucking like wheelchair? Listen,
Yeah.
I get like, maybe, and then this influencer went on blaming the airline. She didn't take responsibility for herself. She said she was so tired she almost passed out. I'm like, listen, that's a that's a red flag right there. Maybe you should start walking around and exercise a little more. Maybe eat an apple, hop on the treadmill so you could
Right.
stop, so you could actually lose weight and stop looking like fucking shit and blaming all your problems on somebody else. That's what it does. Like, so her gut is probably first off enormous and filled with so much shit, and she probably can't even think straight, and it's fucking with her like her home hormones in her brain, causing her to react, be defensive, and react against them. I mean, this is where we're at right now, and it's amazing. And there's people that have her side.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking crazy. No, fucking, you know, everybody else is trying. I mean, well, not everybody else, but everybody's fucking trying to like, live healthy or should live healthy, and don't blame other people just because you're 600. It's crazy. It
Well,
really is
I
crazy.
mean,
It's
I'm sure
pathetic.
there I'm sure there was somebody there that could have gotten her a wheelchair and wanted to push her around. I mean, they have those fucking
Yeah, Hulk Hogan, maybe if he was there, he could have fucking pushed her. If he wanted to do some lunges,
dude, they have those fucking carts that they put people in when they have like a broken leg. You see those people in like the airport, they're carting their asses around in the electric
yeah.
fucking scoots. She just did that.
They should have just attached her to a car and just dragged her along, put her on skates or some shit, and then tied her up to a fucking car.
Listen,
It's crazy. It just bothers me that people don't want to take responsibility for themselves. Like you put yourself in that situation by not putting that box of donuts down every morning. It's
Yeah, but maybe her microbiome was just so how like think about this though. The skinny people that can eat anything.
Right.
There's people out there that will eat something and it goes directly to their stomach and they get fucking fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. It's the same thing. They probably have a bacteria or some sort of problem with their microbiome that is just screaming at them. Like there's certain people that
Maybe.
listen,
Maybe.
some people are addicted to alcohol, some people are addicted to fucking this, that, or the other thing. Some people are addicted to food. Like
You're right.
they
They are.
need it,
They
they
are.
need it, they need to keep eating, 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 and it's an endless fucking cycle. Listen, addiction's not fucking easy to break, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't look at those people that are that big, like she's causing a fucking problem and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the type of person that she is, right? But I don't look at those people as like somebody that's just like, I just want to eat and eat and eat. They have a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
they
no
probably
doubt.
haven't eaten much more than we have in our
Nah,
lives. No, listen, when I was younger, I had friends that would eat the same amount as me and just got fucking big.
really?
Okay. Right. Yes. You probably did too. Right. We're all
Yeah.
different fucking sized and shit like that.
I was a little
Some people,
chubby. I was a little chubby when I was a kid. I gotta be honest.
yeah.
But
Well,
I was drinking Coke. I was fucking like eating
right. Well,
a bag
that's
of
the thing.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Eventually I had to stop. You know?
Yeah. Some people just like, and yeah, and like the microbiome is different for everybody. So, not saying that everybody can't lose weight, but you have to come up with a different way to do it. Some people cut out carbs and they're completely fine. Maybe because their body, their whatever
Okay.
bacteria inside of them isn't screaming for carbs like somebody else's might be.
Okay, Nick, I get what you're saying. I understand that. I understand you're taking that route. You're playing like devil's advocate in a way. But the people that we grew up with that ate the same amount or whatever got a little bigger. All right, they got a little bigger. They didn't end up like Stay Puff Marshmallow Man. You know what I mean? That's different. If you ended up like a Stay Puff Marshmallow Man levels, like you need to stop.
No, yeah, I understand. It's
You know
just
what
the
I
same
mean?
thing as being an alcoholic and dying because of it. You had the option to
Right.
stop. There's help out there. You know what I mean? Yes, it's fucking difficult, but there is help out there. So it's the same thing with somebody that overeats. It's difficult. Yes, you're fucking 500 pounds. You have to lose 300, maybe fucking 350
That's
of it in
that's
order to get
crazy.
back. But
But you
it's
got to that
doable.
point. How'd you get to that point? Now, if you die, they're gonna have to go through your roof with a crane to fucking carry your body out because you're weighing the. I mean, it's funny, but it's like it's the truth. I've seen cranes go into people's houses and pick up
Yeah, well,
like
it's
the
fucked up.
900-pound people up. Like, yo, you gotta eventually like. I know it's like something wrong with your brain or whatever, but you have to know like you gotta stop. Like, it's just I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
but
crazy.
once
Those
you're
people
like,
understand. I get it, Nick.
once you,
I understand they have
once,
problems. I get it.
yeah, but once you're 300, who cares? All right, now I'm 300. Fuck it. What's 305? What's 325? What's fucking 350? What's 375? What's 400? What's fucking 425? What's 500? What's 600? What's 700? It's just the same fucking thing at that point. You know? I'm not listen,
Crazy.
I'm not sitting here defending anybody, but there's a fucking reason nobody wants to do that to themselves. You know what I mean? And like
I don't know.
something's wrong. Something's wrong. It's a mental fucking thing and it's a microbiome fucking thing. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, healthcare doesn't do anything to try to fix really either of those without throwing fucking pills at you, right?
They
They
want
want
to
to
throw the
fix
pills.
your mentality. They throw out fucking whatever, Ozempic, whatever the fuck, these Prozac, and that they're not fucking good ways of getting you better. You know what I mean? You go to a psychiatrist and they just want to throw you on these medicines instead of trying to actually fix your ass, you know?
Yeah.
And now we're realizing, which is the whole point of this episode, that a lot of it stems from what you eat. And listen, I mean, look at populations where there's fucking high crime, shitty fucking areas. They're eating they're fucking eating a shitload of fucking fast food,
Oh yeah.
and that makes you fucking feel like shit. It's fucking with your brain. You know what? Listen,
It
dude, if I
changes your
eat
hormones.
changes your hormones, it fucks with your microbiome. They did a fucking test where for 10 days some dude ate McDonald's, this young kid, 40% of his microbiome was gone after fucking 10 days. But they're saying
Oh
now that
really?
this guy who did the test says that because it's not loaded up with much fiber. So the lack of something is more important, has more of a fucking detriment on your health than a surplus of something.
the lack of something, lack of some kind of nutrients.
Yeah.
So what is it? What about what happens to remember that guy with the McDonald's that ate McDonald's for a straight month?
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened to him? Did he get remember he was like feeling like shit too?
Oh yeah. He almost died.
He did almost die doing that, right? He did know a couple other things. I forgot the name of that guy, but yeah, like I remember him doing that. I'm like, why would you do that to yourself? I'm like, ugh.
Crazy. Crazy.
It is
But I
it
mean,
is really so crazy.
when you eat Mickey D's, like, say you eat Mickey D's one day and then you like eat Mickey D's the next day, and like, but I get sick, like legit, not like, oh, my stomach bothers me, but like that shit
Yeah.
lowers my immune system if I eat consistent fast food. Like if I hit it up for lunch and then dinner,
Yeah.
and then say like I also had a couple drinks or something like that, a couple beers, I'm fucking wiped out. Legit fucking wipes out my fucking immune system. It just does. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It does. It's shit. It's garbage. I don't give a fuck what anybody fucking says. There's no nutritional value in fucking McDonald's or fucking Burger King, and you're
That's
washing it down with a soda, and it's a
uh
fucking joke, bro. They're like one of the richest companies on the fucking planet. Like, why is there not healthy food available for people? Why? 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 Why is
I,
there no fucking fast food? Dude, why is there not even like a deli, like a good deli that's fast food? You pull up, let me get a fucking Italian combo. That's nice. Instead of fucking Subway. Subway garbage fucking
are
meat.
all processed. You can't
You know
eat
what I
that
mean?
shit. You can't eat it.
It's just garbage. I mean, all cold cuts are pretty much shit at the end of the day, right? But like at least give them a fucking high quality boar's head. Like, why doesn't anybody have a drive-through deli?
Nick, the United States is the worst. We're the worst. We have the most cases of obesity or overweight people in the entire world.
Yeah,
There's other countries that don't eat like we do. They eat shit from the trees, from the ground, from the plants.
right.
Plant based. It's like that's what they're really saying. The thing is plant based food. That's
Right.
like that's where we got to like get it back to. Like I was reading Farley, shout out to Farley. He gave me let me borrow the book called Sapiens.
Oh, you read it?
Dude, I'm up to like, dude, I've read like I've had it since Tuesday. I'm up to page like 70 already. It's like
Uh,
400 pages. And dude, it's quite fascinating, I gotta say. Like it just but it goes back to like, how like I know you were saying like, rats are kind of close to us or whatever,
yeah,
but we're actually like the 6 million years ago, the last common uh person, a grandmother, was the last common grandmother of humans and chimps. We came
really.
from like chimps, yeah. Like it goes, and our relatives are gorillas and orangutans, and it just said how
Yo,
like,
watch what you say about my
yo,
relatives, motherfucker.
you fucking monkey ass, look at this monkey, you know, and yeah, it's pretty wild, man. It's pretty like crazy how like they said like these people used to like eat plants. It was like a lot of plant-based diets like back then growing up, and
Yeah.
we all came from Africa, and there was different human races. Like there's different races of like different species, I should say, of like fish. There was different species of humans. We were like Homo sapiens, but there was like
What you
Homo
call me, boy?
erectus. There
What you
was
call me, boy?
a Homo,
Yo, my
and
penis is Homo erectus right now. You better watch your mouth, boy.
we're all homos, every single one of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like different species of them, and then for some reason we outlasted because of our way of thinking. Like we
Yeah.
created like
We probably killed them. Let's be real.
eh, well
Let's
we
be no, no, let's be
yeah
real. We
we
probably fucking killed them. That's what we do. That's what we
yeah
do
we
best.
we did because we came up with imagination, and it made other people
From
cooperate.
mushrooms. From
It made
mushrooms.
shrooms. It made people cooperate. So when you pretend like so these Homo sapiens said like, oh, there's a God or there's this or that,
Yeah.
and it made everybody believe in the same thing. It made people cooperate with each other. And then
Hmm.
when you have all these people cooperate each other, you have one common goal. And then that's how like, it's dude, it's a fascinating book. I'm gonna there's one point in it where these humans, like I guess the sea level was so low, they walked to an island, right? And these people got stuck on the island when the sea levels rose. So what
Okay.
happened was there was people like they were a lot taller than us. They were probably like 10 feet or whatever.
Mm.
And they needed more food to survive. And they all just died, the tall people.
Yeah.
But guess who survived on that little island was dwarfs. They had like little dwarf people, like 3.5 feet, and they're the
Yeah.
ones that survived. Yo, literally, it's called the book is called Sapiens. If
Yeah.
you have it, like I'm reading it now, I'm gonna like really like I'm gonna go like I'll make an outline and
Yeah.
I'll talk about it on the podcast after I give you the book. Maybe
Okay.
you'll read it too, dude. It's really like really great to it's a great read so far. I got it.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Probably never disappoints.
definitely not. I like I like reading when it's a good book. You know, definitely
Yeah.
I like I like reading books with a lot more pictures in it, like your poetry book. Uh, so because I definitely need a break. But
Yeah.
sometimes, when you read and you kind of just like zone out and you start thinking about something else while you're reading. I
Yeah.
hate that. I hate that I can't focus like that sometimes. And I have to go back and read it again. I'm like, why did
I
my
know.
mind start going off thinking about what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm like,
I
why
know.
am I thinking that? Like who
Yeah.
I'm like, who's controlling me?
It
So yeah,
happens sometimes. It
it
happens
does,
sometimes.
right? It
Yeah.
does. I used to hate like reading in school because my dumbass friends would like, I'd be reading out loud and they throw like the piece of loose leaf over where I was reading. So then
Yeah.
I fucking lose my spot. Fun times, man. Fun times back in the day.
Back in the day is where it's at, man.
Yep, yep.
Back in the day.
So
Well,
anything else
yeah.
before we wrap it up?
Um, I'm just gonna throw a quick just gonna change my background real quick just so everybody could see it. Just want to just show everybody a quick little something here. Let's see, where is it? There we go.
If you're watching on YouTube,
Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it, but this is speaking of picture books. This book is coming out soon. So this is my second book. I know I've talked about it before uh on air. And this is basically what's it say back there, Mike? Tell the people. Well, so the top part goes it says seasons change all the time. Why can't we? Okay? Now tell them
nice.
the conversation that's going on there. Read it like 1122, back and forth.
So okay, what are you crazy? Maybe. Hey,
No, 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 no. What are you crazy? And then go back to the other person, like they're having a conversation.
what are you crazy? Maybe.
Oh my God. The other way
I'm.
around.
I don't know.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
reading
what are
from left.
you
I'm reading from left to right.
hey, what are you doing? Isn't that one of the
Oh,
things?
start from the beginning. Oh, start from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All right. Here
everyone
we
will
go.
respond.
Here we go. Check, check. Hey, what are you doing, man? I'm changing. What are you crazy? Maybe. And he's carrying a letter of resignation to the boss's office. What'd you just write that the past week?
No, no, this was these were all written a long time ago, but this book is it's called Let the Door Kick You in the Ass. And the whole thing, if I had to say, it's supposed to make you think about certain things. It's just short one-liners followed by a little bit of a picture to kind of make you think about certain things. But the whole end of the book goes into kind of like, if you're somewhere that you don't want to be, just fucking leave, right? If you want to quit your job, quit your fucking job. You only have one life. There's a now is the time is now on there picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's what it's all about, man. Everybody's stuck in their this is my job and they're afraid to leave. Everybody's stuck in relationships where this is my relationship, I'm afraid to leave. Everybody's stuck in, I don't know, a religion. This is my religion, I'm scared to leave. Everybody's afraid of taking a really giant fucking leap. But it doesn't have to be that big of a fucking leap, you know what I mean? Just do it. If you do it once, if you do something once, you know that you could survive,
Yeah.
right? You're not
Yeah.
going to be dead the next day if you quit your job or anything like that. So it's okay to do it. If you don't want to be somewhere, just fucking leave. And remember,
I
let
agree.
let the door kick you in the ass. All right?
I absolutely agree. One of the best decisions was me quitting uh one of my first jobs back in the day, going to this other job, and kind of like I guess I got fired, but I kind of quit. So I really wasn't that conclusive. I
Yeah.
kind of just like threw the keys at him and I just never went back.
Right.
And that was a time like it was probably looking back on it. Yes, was I like a little bit nervous or scared about it? Like, oh, I can't believe I did that. But it's
Yeah.
almost like it was the best thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, I was like, this is the best thing that happened because I had like right after that, I was on unemployment for like 14 months. It was the best. I gotta admit, it was the best 14 months of my life. It was fucking awesome. You
Yeah.
know, it led me to like the this gym that I went to. I started playing basketball every day, and I met other friends. And to this day, half our softball team is guys that I met through that decision I
Oh
made
shit. That's
back in the
cool.
day that I
Yeah.
have friends with like for life
Yeah. That's
because of
cool.
that decision. So, you know, people can't dwell on like, some like decisions or whether you want to make it or not. Just go with your gut,
There you
part of
go.
the fun. You
There
know,
you go.
if you
Yeah.
go with your gut and it's healthy and you're eating right, it's going to lead you in the right direction. If you're eating like shit, then you're probably just going to end up like a hobo on the street.
That was a good way to end it. It's a good
That's
way to
it.
end it. Yeah.
So with
Yeah.
that, we out. I hope you guys like the new style of podcast that we're doing, but we still give you the little bullshit at the end.
Yeah.
All right, we're not gonna just throw that away. This is us.
Nope.
This is our personality. You're gonna hear us.
This is us.
All
Yeah.
right. Maybe I won't be so uh crazy,
Vile.
vile, and a lot of curse, maybe
Yeah.
I was cursing too much. All right, maybe that was the McDonald's that I ate on the previous 300 episodes that we did. But
Maybe.
listen, thanks for listening.
Yep.
Like, subscribe, pass it
Yep.
on, tell your friends. Nick, hit me up with the hashtags. I'll post it.
Okay.
Yeah, do all that, and keep living the life.
Keep living the life and always do it when it crush it.
That's right.
And we out.
Peace.
Peace.
Sometimes the darkness shades the light. Sometimes the day feels like the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never mind about what I've seen. I'll sit alone in this disguise, but I'll try. So I hang my head, I drown my thoughts, smoke my stuff, and I sing my song. I don't know much what it used to be. I love myself, but I don't love me, no. Question still remains, is this our fault? Even if, could it bring back what we lost? Will the answer stop the pain, or will they just remain the same? The question now is, will we make a change? Will we try? Yeah, so I hang my head, I drown my thoughts, smoke my stuff, and I sing my song. I don't know much what it used to be. I love myself, but I don't love me. Will anything be what it used to be? I still know there's good inside me. My head, I drown my thoughts. Everything we used to know is gone. Yeah. I looked inside myself today.